Hey guys, real quick before I go into this guide, I want to apologize that I didn't release this video sooner. I was trying to get it out earlier this week, but I got distracted with streaming. As some of you have noticed on my channel that I start having live events and stuff like that. And I've been trying to put in some advice that friends have given me and you guys have given me through my channel, through the comments section, stuff like that, that I've been trying to improve on that. And I've been taking suggestions on champions that I've been playing as well. Like today I played Bard Jungle and I actually quite enjoyed it. But going into this guide, let's go straight into Masteries. So, for Masteries, I recommend a mix of movement and survivability. I like Bond of Stone because that's giving your utility to your AD carry, obviously, or whoever you're nearby. And I like to have a lot of mobility so I can gank a lot and stay in lane more often. And for runes, same thing. I kind of like to have mobility and just resistances so I stay alive. So I like to get reds for armor and yellows are going to be life. If you want to be an awesome support and help your jungler get off on a good note and get on his good side, then go to his blue buff right after Frog and give it a couple hits so that way he gets stunned and he's going to take a lot less damage and be able to clear jungle a little bit faster. Then once you get into the lane, you're going to take 1 or 2 minions. You will have it up in time to be able to get your catapult in wave 3. Don't be too afraid being a little aggressive at level 1. Braum has a lot of damage and a lot of utility. He doesn't get a whole lot stronger at level 2, unfortunately, in terms of damage, but he's so strong, does a lot of damage at level 1, and his utility is insane with his passive. So be a little aggressive and hopefully you'll get that first blood with your AD carry. Braum's passive allows you to put on a stacking debuff on your opponent by Qing and auto-attacking. Once started, your allies can auto-attack to increase the debuff stack as well. The nice thing to note is once it reaches 4 that they get stunned and they take a little bit of damage. Now, when this happens, they do take increased damage from auto-attacks, from your auto-attack specifically. So sometimes Braums end up just auto-attacking that one target until they die, then they switch targets. But on certain circumstances, you might want to consider actually switching between targets. I find this useful because sometimes they're already dead because of your stack, that you move on to the next target to start the debuff stack, so that way that target will die as well. Wow.
Wow.
I could have saved you there, but I misplayed that.
Oh my gosh, that Malphite got melted. Oh, a little bit too soon, that's okay.
I didn't shield you at all. Braum's Q is kind of his main ability, especially in the early game. It applies a slow and your passive, as mentioned before, which is really essential while ganking and stuff like that. Now, this ability will scale off of life, so the more life you have, the more damage it will do. For that reason, for early game, Braums usually get life in their ruins. Braum's W allows you to jump to an ally or minion or even to yourself to increase your resistances, armor, and magic resist based off of a scaling percentage of your own. So it's a pretty awesome ability. His E allows you to be able to throw up a wall and stop any projectiles that are coming in. And the first one that comes in will end up negating all the damage but not the effects of it. So crowd control will still happen. But I mean, overall, it's a really awesome ability. And finally, you have his ult, which does a ton of damage, in all things considered. Now, the first couple of people that get stunned by this will get knocked up for extra time than the people farther away from this ult. But it's an awesome CC, awesome damage ability. So, early game, you're going to be aggressive and attack multiple people if you have like an Israel, a Misfortune, because their abilities will also proc off on hit effects. So it's really good and useful, especially if they have Hurricane late game as well. The nice thing about Braum is once you get in there, they can't really run away. You have so much CC that they can't really hurt, and you can always throw up your shield and exhaust to really shield your AD carry and make it so they can't really do anything else. It's really nice for securing kills. The levels I like to be aggressive are levels 1 and 2 and then 5 and beyond, because once you're level 5 then you're going to hit level 6 if you do kill one of them, and then you're going to have your ult and finish them off as well. Oh, Misfortune.
Oh boy! Oh gosh!
Oh my goodness, I can't believe that worked for getting a kill. So going a little bit more in depth on his shield, it's amazing ability. It's going to stop, sure, on Misfortune, her first little bullet that comes through, but then it's going to do reduced damage, and you're going to be shielding your AD carry the entire time. That is an amazing effect, or your whole team. For Bran, you're just going to completely negate his ult, and that is a really, really powerful thing, because Bran is really, really dependent sometimes on his ult. You're going to stop a lot of projectiles, and even when it comes to Lux's ult, you can stop the damage on yourself. Not your team, but you can stop it on yourself if that's going to be a life-saving mechanic. So you can think of a lot of situations where that could be very useful for saving yourself and your team. So you'll hear me talk about mobility and roaming to mid a lot with different champions, but for this one, I think the slow and your stun is going to make such a big deal and impact for them that it's really going to help them win. If worst case scenario you're only going to be doing damage, well, that's going to help them win their lane, but if you end up popping their flash or getting kills out of it, so strong for helping them end up winning their lane. He is such a good bully. Now the last tip I'll give you is play according to your partner. So if you can be aggressive because your partner is going to follow through, you can tower dive, and you can always defend as well. It's really hard to dive a Braum because of his abilities. So turn the tides into your favor. Oh wow, legit.
No,
thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If this video was helpful to you, then please subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, then please refer to the section below.
And back up. Oh my goodness, you just saved him. Oh my goodness, you just totally saved him. What's he doing? Oh, he's so crazy. Okay, good.
Well, I was gonna jump to you.
Oh my goodness, what a joker, man.